Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's coming up to 3:30 here on Tuesday, the 6th of July. We're looking at VectorVest US. US market open now for nearly an hour. As you can see, a little bit of red on the front page of VectorVest USA. And the color guard at the moment can change during the course of the day. Of course, does not advocate buying any stocks at this time. As you can see, the Dow is down 254 points, the S&P down 16, and the Nasdaq just hanging on to 16 points. So market quite volatile as we speak. Over the last few days, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a marked difference between the VectorVest Composite, which is a very broad measure of the American market, and the S&P 500, the top 500 stocks by market cap. I'll try and show you that now. There is the S&P 500, and that's the bar chart over the last 3 months. As you know, if you see bars, you know that I'm trading it myself. I still use bars rather than candles. I know it dates me a great deal. But this is pretty much vertical move that we had towards the end of last week. As we'll see in a second, on the much broader based VectorVest Composite and in the Russell, which is a broad measure of the American market. Not as broad as the VectorVest Composite. It doesn't move up nearly as fast here. Interestingly enough, we in fact reached a major Fibonacci level objective on Friday, and as you can see, that's a 1.618 extension of that last major pullback. Those of you that are Elliottians should see the 5 waves here. For those of you that are not Elliottians, just ignore that comment completely. This market came off that 4350 level this morning. If we have a look at it intraday, there we are. That's the intraday market. That marks my short. I took a little bit of a short this morning. I thought it was worthwhile because we were at that fib level, standing in front of a very heavy and huge trend. I know, maybe stupid, but I shorted at the low of the first 5 minutes. That's the first 5 minutes candle. So short there. Stop loss up there. The stop loss is now at entry, which you'll see what happens. I have no idea. Friday's was a good one. Okay, bought into it there. Stop loss onto that low, and it moved up very nicely into the close. I wish they always did it as easily as that. So can't lose any money in this now and letting it run. If we have a look now at the VectorVest Composite, that's the composite, folks, a much broader measure of the market, and you can see that this has really struggled to get up. And the VectorVest buy-sell ratio, which is our proprietary measure of the market, there's the buy-sell ratio, really hasn't been able to come to the party at all here. This is the number of shares on a buy divided by the number of shares on a sell, and as you can see, this thing edging up above these highs, but the buy-sell ratio going the other way, and it's just about to get down below 1 again. Okay, so not good. And as I say, we're at a major Fibonacci objective on the S&P 500. Let's see what can happen. I think even under the most bullish circumstances, and I'm certainly still bullish for this market, we need a pullback. That pullback could easily occur to this old high just here. Let me draw that a little bit better. To this old high somewhere around there, or a 62% retracement of that quite easily, which would bring us back to 4250, hardly anything, about 80 points. So the advice on the front page of VectorVest: don't keep your hands in your pockets and sit on them if you have to. This is not a day to be buying stocks. What does look a little bit better, a lot better in fact, is the gold market, because the gold market would seem to have in fact stopped at that 62% retracement. I was a little bit worried about that excursion, but now it looks as if that was just a fade of those levels. I think that aggressive traders, people who can manage risk aggressively and have experience in managing risk, should be actually interested in buying some gold stocks or taking a position in the GDX at the moment. Those of you that in fact are more conservative, I think we need to let it confirm up here, but it is my view, and I could be wrong. In fact, I'm frequently wrong. But if the market breaks above this level, that blue level, and we start to see closes up around the 1950 level, that this move to 2,300 is finally underway. The 618, as fib analysts keep saying, the market's vibrating. That's 618 of that. And ladies and gentlemen, as I've shown you 1,000 times, this is 618 of that. So a little double bottom there, a little double bottom there, and that's all quite positive. Even the most conservative people should consider at least hedging their stock portfolio with some gold stocks when we see this starting to close up around this area, and then hopefully this darn corrective move that we've had for, well, the guts of a year now is in fact well over. So getting quite excited about that. That's been a really good move today. So that's the bright spot today, and the shares that I'm holding, Pan African Resources and Polymetal, up nicely today with that move. So UK portfolio, I haven't done anything. I told the VectorVest subscribers yesterday that I added to BlackRock World Mining last week. I've added to CCC last week, but apart from that, I haven't done anything at all. And I'm very happy with Lion Trust. I'm very happy with JD Sports. And I see Lion Trust's up a little bit this morning, and I'm very happy with them all, in fact. So that's the UK market. That's how it closed last night. Everything looking good in the UK market. Off a little bit today. I see the FTSE, but I don't react to intraday prices at all. So if we go back to the American market, this sell-off is still occurring, and it's not a day to buy anything. So sit in your hands. I'm still holding the positions in the American market that I spoke about last week. Apps gave me a bit of a smack on Friday. What can one do? It's up 3 or 4% the last time I looked. And on Friday it came preciously close to my stop loss, which was at the entry point. As you know, on spread bets, certainly in this particular market, until I've been taking off half and getting my stop to entry, and that's kept me profitable in a very difficult time in the American market. So and until the market changes its character, I shall keep doing that, and I'm going to write about that again in the VectorVest essay this week. So gold starting to look good, and I think that aggressive people should be considering gold positions at the moment. I'm going to consider another spread bet in the GDX if I get time this afternoon, and possibly add to another couple of shares in one share in the gold market during the course of the week. Not a day to be in the market at all unless something changes, and it can change very quickly in the American market. Just remember, the trend is underlying trend is strongly up, but you get very lucky when you just follow what the color guard tells you to do. And again, we go to the market. That's it's off what, 20 or 30 points, hardly anything, but it's now getting down below Friday's open, and if we go back to the that's Friday's open, and if it closes down below the low of Friday, and we're nearly there, that would be an outside bar right at a 1.618 extension, which invariably would cause a 2 to 5 day pullback. We shall see. We shall see. Just remember, everything is probabilities, folks, and we all understand probabilities at an intellectual level, but getting them into your head at an experiential level is something quite different. Okay, hanging on to positions in the UK. hanging on to the longs that I've got in the US, but certainly not adding to any new positions in the US, save maybe a bet in the GDX. I'll do another one of these longer in the week, later in the week, should I say. Those of you that are on the VectorVest when to sell course, on the VectorVest Precision Swing Trading course, I'll speak to you later this evening. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.